Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome back to the Magmai's podcast. It's your boy from the villain. To my left, we got the homie, the one and only Toast. What's good, man?
Hey everyone, it's me, Lack. So grateful to be here. Thank you for coming back and hanging out with us again today. Like I always say, you signed a lease, you're locked in for life, and we always try to entertain you guys to the best of our
Always.
ability. And again, thank you for showing all the love on social media,
Yeah,
all the
man.
engagement. Again, we love interacting with you guys. That's
Facts.
always fun. Yeah, hearing your opinions or how your take on different things, different topics we discuss. It's always a great time.
No, always a great time.
Yeah.
Always a great time. Lovely having the people here. The boys, Penguis are around. I know last few episodes, y'all seen a nice little addition to the family. You know what I'm saying? She still got a name coming in. If you got suggestions, put them in the comments.
Yeah.
We're probably not going to use it, but we'd like to see what you guys are thinking about anyway.
Or we might if it's really
Or
good.
if it's really good, we might.
Yeah.
But just keep in mind the theme that's going right. Penguis, like it has to follow through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you don't know what we're talking about because you're listening to the audio, make sure you check out the video on Spotify and on YouTube.
Yeah.
We got a nice little pink penguin here with us. But speaking of color coding, man, got the Adidas hat on with the matching shirt. Okay.
Bro, I found this shit at Marshall and
Yeah.
I took it home. I was like in the Marshall. I was like, yo, this hat looks clean.
You
I
took it home or you bought it?
No, I bought it. No
Yeah.
5-finger discount around here.
Yeah. But you took-
I took it home and I looked at the tag. I was like, it says like woman's hat.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like,
what?
that doesn't make. Hats has a.
Since when are we genderizing
Yeah.
hats?
So I was
I
like,
don't even know if genderizing is a word.
right. But when I put it on, I was like, okay, the fit is a little bit smaller, so I can see why it could. But like, what if you have a
I
small
don't
head
get
as a
that.
guy? Like,
Yeah, I was gonna
just
say.
leave hats out of this,
And
man.
it's a strap. Is that a strap back?
Yeah.
So you just widen the strap.
You just
Like,
widen the
what's-
strap.
What are we anyway?
So I don't know what they were talking about. I was like, that shit look good.
Fair. Nah, it does look good, and it goes with the shirt too.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro.
Rocking the Kigali hat. Shout out to the Rwandans. I don't know if we got any Rwandans in the building. Family just went there. They said the place is
Hey.
beautiful. And Pops brought me back a hat. I was like, all right, bet, say less. Go represent.
So where's the hat? What's that?
This is the
signify?
capital of Rwanda.
Okay.
Yes,
Gotcha.
from Kigali is the capital of Rwanda. They went there. They went to, what was the other spot? Can't remember the name. It just left me. But they were like East Africa
Kenya?
traveling.
Is it-
No, were they in Kenya? I can't remember.
I think you told me, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, let me see what the capital of Kenya is. But yeah, they were just traveling, and it's funny because we are just talking about what's it called? No, they didn't go to Nairobi. Damn, I should have known that. They didn't go to Nairobi, but
I should have known
yeah,
that.
definitely. I was like, what? I know Addis Ababa is Ethiopia or something.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, they've been doing a lot of traveling, which we talked about last episode, which was cool.
Yeah.
But nah, other than that, boys just did some of our little R6 recap.
Yeah.
For the gamers in the chat. Rainbow Six Siege, FPS shooter. More of a I feel like it's even more of a strategy game than just a first-person shooter.
Yeah. That's why people think it's so like it's such a slow game to play.
Yeah, because they're trying to just get in there and shoot shit, and it's
Right.
like that's not what you're doing the whole time, bro.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But I mean, like, friends that I've tried to introduce to the game that like, I'm like, bro, whatever you do, don't play by yourself.
Don't
play
it's
by
gonna be depressing.
Don't hop in and just start playing by yourself and then
Yeah.
like think the game is trash. But yeah, the game is really fun. I feel
Definitely.
like it's the strats that we think of. I feel like we it sounds so good when we say it, but
then in game.
yeah, in game I'm like, fuck man, everyone gotta be on board.
Yeah, no, definitely. We're running by the because I didn't play yesterday, but I was spectating through Dole, which I actually get why Steven, shout out Steven, you guys have seen him on the pod before once or twice, and I get why he's always like, bro, somebody stream this shit so I can watch. Because I like yesterday, I didn't want I not that I didn't want to play, but I wanted to get some of this medical stuff. It's interview season, so I was getting like all the hospitals and shit listed up, put in, and I was like, let me just watch this dude go through it while I'm like doing my thing.
Yeah.
It's actually interesting seeing it from like a third person, like watching him play.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to switch through and like look at everyone else's camp to see what they're doing, like in a little spectator mode. And I was like, bro, streaming this shit would be cool.
That would
But
be sick as hell.
yeah, it was definitely interesting seeing how like his, just looking at his play style and then kind
Yeah.
of gauging, because since I'm not the one playing, like I can just pay attention to more shit that's happening, and I'm just, even though I don't have the headset to really understand what you guys are saying and all that stuff, I'm just like looking at, like focusing through him on like Gap's play style and what he's doing, and like imagining like, oh, why isn't that was funny because I was like, why isn't this shit blown up yet when there's like no bandit on the wall? He's using ace. I was just like, bro, we need to lock it in.
Bro.
But what was I saying? They're gonna hit the training room.
I just had an idea.
Yeah, it was like,
what'd be sick as hell? You know how like on the game, when you die, you just switch between players and like camps and whatever. What if we had, bro? This is just an idea.
To record it?
Very idealistic idea.
okay.
But what if all like 5 of us, we all stream and we make a website when we play, they can just switch through our like our players, our fee or the streams, like how you can switch to cams
in
the game.
You want it to be like, I mean, that's just gonna be, that doesn't exist. That exists, bro.
Does it?
Like if you're just watching, if we're all streaming, people can just switch through streams.
But it's like through the same chat, like everyone's like, you know what I mean? Like,
so if we joint stream, I guess I'll have to. I mean, we'll have to see if that exists. I imagine something like Twitch. I don't think YouTube would have done it, which is interesting because a lot of gamers are actually going back to Twitch this time around. Like everybody's going back to Twitch. I don't know why what Twitch opened up. I think they changed it now to where you can stream multiple platforms, because I know that's why people left Twitch and went to YouTube.
Or Kick,
because you can stream multiple platforms while being on that one. So I think Twitch just opened that up. Might be other shit, I don't know. But a lot of streamers are like, all right, I'm done with YouTube, I'm going back to Twitch. Done with YouTube, going back to Twitch. But I think you can on there actually like joint stream. I don't know the logistics, but that'd be pretty cool to have like all of us on one thing, and then you can just like watch,
like cycle through it.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. We'd all have to be streaming though. Damn, that should be. Right. I mean, that'd be fun. Same chat too. Yeah, I would have to come up with a name for the squad. But nah, that aside, mind them definitely need to bring more strategies, man. I know you saying no more shields.
Bro, no more shields. No more shields. I'm tired. Because you're not doing much for anyone. Like, people, fucking Steven. Playing Clash, bro, you're not. I know he only plays Clash because he can shield himself.
And he feels safe?
Yeah, he feels very safe. And like, all the calls he makes with Clash, I'm like, I'll hear someone like break a window, and his call with Clash is standing next to the window with the shield is like, oh, he's on window. Like, bro, I just heard the window. I can't do anything. I'm not gonna go over there.
Maybe he's expecting a run out play or a second floor break window C4 kind of deal. Maybe, but he doesn't say any of that. No. So that's funny. No,
but you said your parents were in Ethiopia, right? What's that little bread thing there they eat with like food that they dip in the stuff? It looks like a giant pancake. That's what it like reminds me of.
Giant pancake. I'm not too sure. The little bread thing that's a giant pancake. Yeah. I think
what's the Ethiopian? Yo, Doe. You know what the Ethiopian bread is? Like the one that looks like a big pancake?
No.
You don't.
Is it bread or is it just pita? Because I know they eat pita there too.
I don't even know it's bread.
Damn. Okay. I still don't know.
Bro, this video I read across on Instagram is bad.
What is it? You're gonna be in the streaming too, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we're shooting.
Yeah, we're streaming. I said we're streaming. It's recorded, but yeah, it shows the video still.
What's going on, bro?
I'll just cut it out.
You can just show us the thing.
All the ass out here. What? Do you eat it? What?
Do you eat?
What's going on, bro? What's up? What's on your mind? What do you think about all the ass out here?
It's way facts.
Do you eat it?
It's
what?
so
I eat ass.
direct.
You eat ass? Look at that ass. Don't you just want to eat it? Come eat ass with me tonight.
Why did he smile like that?
He's recruiting people.
I don't
You're not
know.
afraid to eat ass, are you?
You're not afraid to eat ass, are you? Why is he smiling like?
Bro, the alien inside of is pressing on buttons, panicking.
Why is he
He just switched up. His whole demeanor just changed. Like, damn. People.
Yo, send that to me.
The alien is there, pressing on buttons, panicking.
Send that to me right now so we can put it up. But real quick before you go,
HQ was like, this thing's gonna blow it.
That reminds me of shout out to Shits and Gigs when James. I don't know if y'all saw it. James and Fuhan were talking. Fuhan was like, "Bro, I don't know, I don't know what the topic was." But he was like, I don't know how people see poom and don't want to just lick it.
What?
He was like, it's crazy to me that, because I think they're saying like some people don't give head or whatever. He was like, that's crazy to me, because is it crazy that, like, how can you see it and not want to lick it? Like, I want to. I was like, bro. Nah. He's like, I don't know how people see it and don't want to just lick it. I was like, yo, that is it's crazy.
That's nefarious work, bro.
It doesn't make you feel like you have the privilege of eating ass.
Shit is crazy.
Oh,
Nah, that's nefarious
it's
work.
crazy.
Actually,
Lock
If you
him
were
up.
told 30 years ago that we're eating ass, I'd be like, what?
Bro, yeah, because when did that
Open
become a
into
thing? The whole
shambles.
eating ass thing? Who popularized that?
I
Yo,
don't know who made it
you
popular.
Go back
but-
in 30 years' time and you get girls' ass, you'd be like, oh my god, what?
Bro, I swear, it almost feels
You
like
tell your boys, they'll be like, where shit comes from?
Yeah, sweaty cheeks. I'm sure it's just like, because back then too, things were harsh. Like things
Especially
weren't.
like 50 years ago.
Yeah, like 50 to 100 years ago, when
It
shit
didn't
wasn't
bathe
as
in-
clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
Oh,
imagine.
bro.
Yeah,
Can you
when-
imagine eating ass in the Victorian era?
Yeah, that's the era I'm thinking about. Like,
Bro, they lifting up like fucking 7 layers of dress. And that shit's been marinating all day. What are we
facts,
talking
it's
about?
those
eat
big
it,
ass
your
dresses.
tongue for like maybe like 4 days has a different flavor.
Everything is
Bro.
just tangy.
Bro, your tongue for 4 days. So they have to stick your tongue out just for it to like.
Bro, Listerine was not even a thing back then.
Bro, you eat it, put your tongue back in your mouth, and like, oh.
You gotta put your tongue out just for your tongue to get air. It's
Bro,
crazy.
I don't think they were shaving like that neither.
No. Back in
That's-
those days, that's crazy.
Nah, I don't think there was not a bidet in sight, bro.
You're definitely reaching if you're
Your
doing
brother
that.
shame you and stone you. I think I want to use that.
Stone you for eating ass is excessive.
What? Bro.
Stone you for eating
What
ass is
witchcraft
crazy.
you perform? Wait, can you imagine though? You're eating ass and niggas are like, what were you doing down there? Bro, niggas were trying to do something else. Yeah. We're gonna eat the kids or what? Yeah, no, niggas was stoning you. They're like, wait, what?
What? They were like, yo.
Because they couldn't even fathom. What? Wait,
Yeah. Why are we? Yeah.
it's
that's
for
fair.
reproduction, right? We're trying to. What is your face doing now?
Oh,
my
shit, that's
God,
just
bro.
making me
I'm gonna
hot.
mic this man up.
Yeah, that shit just reminded me of what this dude said. I don't know how people see it and don't want to lick it.
That nigga is wild.
I was
Nah,
like,
that's- yeah,
damn, that's crazy. That's so funny though.
Nasty work. Anyways, shit.
Man. But yeah,
That's crazy.
that takes us into talk about our exes.
That's one of the topic today.
Segue.
Yo.
No, what was the topic you brought? How past relationships have affected your newer ones
Yeah.
/ ones in the future, ones you're gonna have. I think we've been pretty open in the past, at least talking about like some of the relationships we've had and stuff. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to tackle
Go ahead. Yeah.
how
You can go ahead.
past relationships? I think just from a very positive perspective, because I know a lot of things when people generally talk about their ex or like anything in the past, they're just, the first and foremost was we broke up for a reason.
Yeah.
It was this and this. But I think there were, at least just because of the person that I am, maybe like I had so much good to take out of all the relationships I had in the past. So I've only been in three, what's it called, labeled
Yeah.
Just
Like boyfriend,
relationships.
girlfriend.
Boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah.
No less than 2 years. Any of them. Longest was 3 years. But like, how those affected or affect me moving forward. It's just, there's always something else I learn about myself. Not to get too poetic, but it's just like, I will say, in each of them, whenever it started, the man thought he was the boyfriend of the year. Every
Yeah.
time I'm like, not just to give him like blow my own head, but I was just
Yeah.
like, nah, I think I'm doing everything right though.
Yeah.
Like if
Because
you
the amount of
really-
effort you put in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like if you really deep it, I think your boy is doing everything right.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I'm
Like,
fucking
you're like, yeah, the bar is set so high, she's never gonna love again.
yeah, like this is it. Like I want this, and then that's also because I wanted those ones to be the one they were not at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But like I wanted them to be, and so I'm like, yo, this gotta be not to also set like expectations that are not going to be lasting. Like I, did it with caution and reason to be like, this isn't just like I'm just not going to do this for the first 6 months and then it changes.
Yeah.
Things I did do in the first 6 months changed, but it's like the things that did change, like those are things I would prelude and say, hey, in the next 6 months, I'm either going to be traveling for school. I'm either going to be doing this, and this with my life. So things are going to be different. Things aren't always going to be like this. And that's very early on. That's before usually I even start dating someone. I'm like, my life is, it's a bit of a roller coaster, man. Like that's just kind of how it is. That's kind of how I've understood it and how I would describe it to people is like everyone, sure, they can say their life is a roller coaster, but like I'm always moving, like I'm living in different places. There's times where I'm just, not that I'm not my happiest, but I'm locked in to whatever it is that I need to do. And then there's times where I have a lot more free time to where I can do more shit.
Right.
And so I think moving forward, that's something I've gathered and I still try to preface. But what I also keep in mind now is that, I'm not boyfriend of the year every time. Yeah. Like some of the shit that ends up, transpiring later in the relationship, it's like, your boy's not the boyfriend of the year. I wasn't always the best communicator by any means, even though it might have started out that way. But again, I would preface it. It wouldn't just come out of nowhere. I wouldn't just stop, like, just change my person without like communicating that. How else the past relationships affect me? Be scared of the shorties, man. Shorties be out here, be scared. I'm not gonna lie. At first, too, I think lover boy in me was very like, oh, this boyfriend girlfriend business. Like when you're in it, like you're both in it for the ride. If you find like, I knew cheating was a thing. I knew like there's ways to be unfaithful emotionally and all that stuff. And I've been on the end of one of those. I think I mentioned before, like I was emotionally. What did I say? Emotionally. Yeah, like emotionally unfaithful. Like I was talking to someone else and like sort of like leaning on them more than my partner at one point. And so I understand how that entire thing works, but initially for like first girlfriend, I was like, bro, this whole love, like when you're in love with somebody, you're never gonna do none of that shit. Like, the world doesn't work that way. And it's definitely eyes have opened to like shorties and guys, of course, but shorties, you gotta be scared of some of them, man. They can take a turn, but we'll see. As far as carrying into new relationships, I just gotta be at least for me, I feel like I can be way more mindful of my communication because I feel like my communication style is different. I don't like talking to anybody on the phone all day, even if it's not all day. Like I just don't like talking on the phone in general. I've been trying to get better at it, but it's like, I'm just not that person. I think it's because growing up, I was never, even my loved ones, I was never around them very long. And I never had that strong connection of like always checking in, always making sure we're good. Like we went to Cameroon, we're in a boarding school. Me and bro were in a boarding school for like 4 months. I went the entire 4 months, seen him twice. Yeah. And like he would check up on me every now and then, but it's like that was it. We never got to call our parents, call home. I mean, maybe we got to, again, once or twice. But once or twice in 4 6 months is crazy. Especially in another country, at that age. And so I think being at that age and just growing up and having that as the norm, not really talking to my sister much. I think when we went to Cameroon before her, didn't talk to her that entire year because what we talk about, she's younger. We're already young, like fucking 10, 11. It's like, what are we going to be? We just talk to our parents, they'll make sure that we're good. It is what it is. And that type of rapport was never built. So I sort of carried that into adulthood to where my communication to most people isn't as, like, I don't talk a lot to a lot of people. Like, I feel like it's
as
not
attentive
enough.
as
I feel like I'm attentive during the communication and for everything, but it's just not a lot. Like a lot of people would say, yeah, but we only talked once last week. I'm like, once? Well, how many times?
Talk about everything.
How many times you want to talk in a week? 3, 4 times?
That makes sense.
But yeah, it's more than once for people to say. But it's just like people would say things like that. And I'm just like, I get where you're coming from. So I could be more mindful. I'll just keep, there's a lot more things I think I can get into, but I'll keep that as like my number one thing that I've learned from past relationships. Yeah. That I would try to carry on and how I think it affected me moving into new ones. What about you?
That makes sense. Oh, I just want to say, like,
Oh.
at least you're like now that you've gone through it enough, you've learned from it to where like you're aware and you're more. I feel like just knowing that you should be mindful, like understand that you should be mindful, it's already making you more mindful of it. So that does suck though, because you said you don't like being on the phone for too long, but like two of the relationships are long distance.
I
feel like-
know, and that's the thing. That's why it's so. That's why I was like, I realized
Yeah.
I'm not boyfriend of the year because
Yeah,
how the fuck, yeah.
Bro, that's the thing with long distance. It's like it's
Yeah.
tough. It's
Yeah.
tough. Yeah. Yeah, but
I think all three were long distance at a point because my
Yeah.
very first relationship, that's when I started med school, and then I had to move to
Right.
Barbados.
Mhm.
And yeah, even then, still we would talk, but yeah, I was like, man, I see, boy, gotta tone it down.
Yeah, no, for sure. My what did I learn from my relationships? I think the biggest thing I learned, because everything else can be improved and can
Yeah.
be worked on and build up with my partner. The
Mm.
only thing that for me, like I have to understand now and like keep in mind is like love is not enough. Like loving
Love is not
somebody,
enough.
loving somebody, being very madly in love with somebody, and it's usually not enough because I've had girls, not girls, like I've one of my long relationship, like the girl like cheated on me, but like she loved me. I don't like, but and you can argue. I guess you can argue like if you love somebody, you wouldn't do that to them, but when we were talking about it, just like a little bit about it, like when we were talking about it, kind of the same thing. She said that I was more because I was doing other things. I was busy with other things. Like it made her feel like she wasn't like I wasn't paying attention to her,
To
so she
her?
was seeking that attention with other people. Like,
Feminine thing indeed. Yes.
yeah. And like so for a long time I blamed myself, but I understand now like it wasn't my fault. Like I always say unspoken expectation is the mother disappointment, and those expectations weren't communicated to me. Like if I was making you feel some type of way, why didn't you communicate this? Like why did you on top of not communicating, you went out, like you stepped out of our relationship and did some fuck shit.
Yeah, fuck shit indeed though, still.
Yeah. So now like what I take from that is when I am in a relationship now, I'm actually much more mindful. Yeah, same as you. I'm much more mindful about like how much I how much effort I'm putting into the girl I'm with, but I'm also very, very much more aware of like small behaviors, like small behavioral changes. Like if our time together, like when we spend time together, if she's acting a certain way, or if like like little, I have to try to pick up on more cues that maybe like she doesn't like hasn't communicated with me yet, but like she's obviously feeling some type of way.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if that was like if you're saying in terms of like you can sense a change in how she's responding to.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, at this point I gotta start upping my like attention and start doing all these more things because I can tell that she's drifting a little.
Yeah, or just that. But before that, just getting to the bottom, like the root cause of what caused the shift in attitude, or in how like we are interacting. Because let's say like I did something wrong and I'm just smothering her with like love and gifts or like relationships, like, but I didn't address the cause. It's gonna come back up again.
Yeah.
So, and I'm just not gonna go through girls' phones anymore because
you wilding for that
bro,
one though. Could
bro,
we say
that's
you
how
is wilding. I don't think I've had the
that's-
urge. I think everyone's had the urge.
No.
But doing it is just when you're like, I don't think my heart can handle it.
Bro, that's the thing. Like, I'm not that type, because like at all. And I'm usually a very trusting partner.
Cool.
Very like, it's girls' night. You going out? Okay, cool. Just I'll wait for you to get home. Just shoot me a text when you're on the way home. If you need me to pick you up, let me know. Like, I'm not like, oh, who you with, like who, whatever. I'm because that's a bad habit to pick up.
Yeah,
But
I think
that just birth other things that you're gonna do that will like make you feel like seem like an untrusting partner, and like it's gonna
you're
turn
gonna
to
feel it.
character.
Mhm.
But during the like when the girl stepped out on me, that's how I found out.
Oh, by
That's how I
checking the
found
phone.
out. Yeah, that's how I found out, bro. Like,
Ooh.
um, like literally, like she used to never have a problem like with like her phone like facing up and wherever. She started turning her phone facing
Change of
down.
behaviors. Mm.
Like if she's in the car and she's driving and I went to change the song or on her Spotify on her phone, she's glaring at the phone, bro.
Making sure she's like,
Making
yo,
sure
boy,
I'm
if you
on
leave
only
that Spotify.
That's what I'm saying. So I was like, one night I was just like, the build up was in my head was like, I'm gonna explode if I don't fucking say something. But if I know if I try to say something, I'm not gonna get the truth.
That also, sorry to cut you off. That also sucks to come to that conclusion. Obviously, you haven't talked to her yet, but
Yeah.
to be in your mind saying that if I talk to her, I won't get the truth. You're already kind of an adept because you should hope that if you talk to her, you get the truth at the very least. But if you're already thinking you're not gonna get the truth, shit's not looking up. But yeah, go ahead. So
I think I would if she thought I deserved the truth, if she thought uh if she thought the truth was gonna set her free, she would have already said it. I think she would have said something, or she would have like left me already.
yeah, I guess at that point, but
Yeah, but by that time I was just like,
Should've
I
been
just have to
seasoned.
know.
Yeah.
I just have to know. And keep in mind, I'm looking through the phone with no expectation. I'm like,
Nah,
I-
you
I-
looking through the full
well,
expectation.
I'm maybe I was expecting to be like
You're expecting not to
I don't
find
know.
anything.
I don't know what I was expecting.
Yeah,
My heart was just fucking pumping,
yeah.
and this was like it's like looking back on it, it's toxic. I should have just asked her straight up, and if she
Yeah.
lied, then she lied.
But it happens, yeah.
But I'm almost glad I did it because I found out.
Because you found out, and
Yeah.
that's the only way you would have found out. Clearly,
The only
in
way I
that
would have found
situation.
out, because even when I found it, confronted her, backtrack was like, oh, we only hung out like this and that. Scroll up through the message, found out more. I was like, yeah. She's like, okay, we only did, and I was like, scroll out. I was like, oh, really? And then like, and more came out. So I knew. So like after that, I was like, I'm very glad I did because I knew I wasn't gonna find out the truth.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's fair. And
Yeah.
again, we have that urge. I've had them. Maybe y'all don't. Leave it in the comments, but I've had that urge where I'm like, ooh, I want to, but I fought it off. I don't think I even get those urges anymore, which is actually, I mean, that's another thing I think I've learned and definitely carried from past relationships.
Yeah.
Not that it was to the point where I never had the urge to the point where obviously I really wanted to sit and do it, but it's just the curiosity in you is just like, especially when things are already going south. That's when it hurts the most because you start thinking of all those other things. But nah, I've never had to do that. I've had my shorty's gone through my phone and seen some shit and was like, what is this? And gone over. But man didn't do anything. That is like, when that happened, that just sort of also made me realize like, okay, I don't want to be going through phones can be a slippery slope just because it happened to me. And that was my first relationship too.
Yeah.
So little backstory for it. This was in Tennessee a while back when I was throwing the boy Drew his surprise birthday. Shout out to man Drew, ER Doc in Florida. And this was our first time really like we'd hung out. We hung out a lot in Miami, and then we moved to Tennessee, started living together.
Yeah.
No, and that was his birthday was October 5th. So me, the boy Marco, were like, yo, let's do something for this man's birthday. It's his first. We're all struggling through this med school shit. It's his first time being around new people. We're all in a new state, Knoxville, Tennessee. Like, I'm sure he would want to be home with his people doing something for his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
He's all we got. Let's throw him a little party. Went to school. We had anatomy practical. I'll never forget this day too. Anatomy practical. We just invited mad people because after the exam too, it was like one of our first exams, and like we knew everyone was at that point where it's like, bro, we want to blow steam. No one was really from Knoxville. We're like, bro, we want to blow steam. We're trying to chill, party, whatever. So we're like, yo, fuck it. During the practical, we had to go in like groups and waves. So there was sequestration. So some people were waiting, some people were taking the test because there's only a few cadavers we could use, and during the sequestration. His last name starts with an A, so he was one of the first people to go. Me and Marco were just asking Matt. We're just like, yo, we're having a party. Like, it's gonna be a surprise. It's for our boy Drew. Setting things up. I went to the Puerto Rican community because obviously Matt's from Puerto Rico. So I was like, we got to get all the Puerto Rican shorties to go. Everybody. So I'm just getting people's numbers. I'm like, yo, party. Boom. Girlfriend comes to visit a little bit before the party, I think. Goes through my phone. I'm just skipping forward, but goes through my phone, sees me texting someone, hey, I really appreciate it if you can come to this party. It's for my guy, It's a girl. It's actually an Asian shorty, and she was looking good. I'm not gonna lie, the shorty looked good, but I wasn't even talking to her for anything like that. I was like, bro, just like there was so many people I was hitting up too. Like I had no intention really. I was like, bro, we would appreciate it if you could come to the party. It would be cool. Yeah.
Like,
and I think she even said no. Yeah. But Shorty went through my phone, and when I tell you she was upset, she was like, "Why'd you ask her like this? There's so many girls you're talking to." I'm like, yeah, dude. That's my invitation. Yeah. That's my man's. One, I think Drew was even in a relationship at the time too. Right. But it was just like I need to get for the party because I was gonna throw a party. Mind them that I had met, all the people's gonna be there. We go. There's gonna be some nice shorties at the party because we're nice looking dudes. I got nice looking fellas that's gonna be there too. We're throwing it at Sahana's place, and sure, say what you want. Like, why am I having good looking girls at a party if we're all in relationships? It is what it is. If you don't, if you want me to go to people,
just girls that happen to be good
ugly
looking
people, then now there are people will say, oh, but why you gotta call her ugly and just invite?
Yeah.
So I was
inviting people.
Yeah, I was just inviting people, and most of them were good looking, right? So. Did that whole thing. That's what it was. Did the whole thing, invited, we surprised him. It was popping. We did it at our friend Sahana and Shravia's place. And then that night, Shorty called me right before, because obviously party was at the house, so everyone's going to go out after. Getting Ubers, everything. Shorty called me. She was like, yo, I'm really not comfortable with you going out. I was like, you know what? Bet, it's cool. Again, good boyfriend at the time. Boyfriend number one, right? So anything for her, it's calm. I'm like, you know what? Cool. It's fine. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm not gonna go out. It is what it is. Called the whip. Got the boy Jew in there. Made sure Marco went with him. Like a few of the other guys. I was like, he's like, yo, get in the car. Like, let's go. Boy was getting litty. Shit was fun. Yeah. I was like, nah, I'm gonna stay and clean up. Stayed, helped them clean up a little. And then they're like, okay, we're about to go. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just go back to the crib. Like, they're like, why not? I'm like, yo, Shorty's not she's not cool with it. So it is what it is. Left, walking back to the crib, saw my boy Angel. Shout out to Angel. He was like, bro, where you going? He's like, Papi, what's wrong? Because he's also, I think he's from Cuba. He's like, Papi, where you going? I'm like, nah, Shorty's. I'm like, Shorty's not with it, so I'm just go back to the. He's like, dang, bro, that's tough. But I went back home, played video games, passed out, went to sleep. And then to this day, Drew still holds that again. He's like, bro, my fucking first birthday of us hanging out, meeting you, threw me a surprise. You didn't even come out for the birthday. He was like, I was looking for you all night. Didn't see the boy. I was like wondering what's going on. He tried calling me a few times. Obviously, I'm not gonna answer and be like,
you answer, you might go.
Yeah,
you might convince.
I'm not gonna. So I just went home, played video games, and went to sleep. But that was just a scenario where I was like, okay, yeah, going through the phone is it's two sides of the thing, because then anything could look like something. Because I was talking to mad people. Some of them were shorties. I had invited the girl. I don't know what I said exactly. It could have also been, I'm not going to say that she was, the girl was bugging. We found out a few months later, the second year of us dating, she was tweaking about some shit. But at the time, I think it might have also been the way I said something. I don't think there was anything. Yeah. There wasn't anything. The shorty that I was inviting, again, she said no. So she didn't even come to the party. Yeah. I didn't ask her after that. And I never even talked to her after that. So
damn shame.
It was just.
You got a number still?
That's crazy. I'm gonna have to go check. I guess. I don't know. That was years ago though. Bro. That was like first year of med school when we just started, and I never talked to her after that.
That would have been an argument. That would have been an easy argument for me. But first of all,
I just said nah. She was like, I don't want you to go. I was like, okay.
I don't condone like that kind of behavior, but like just like constantly going through your partner's phone. I think like I just want to clarify. In my situation, it was just like
it was you're to the limit.
It was reaching a point where I was like I might just either I confront her and I get the lie, because I can tell when a girl, like when you've been with somebody for like 2 years, you gonna know when someone's lying. or I just get or I just break up with her because like now this trust is already
It's
like,
fucked up.
It's fucked up. And then
Mm.
if I break up with her like that way, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna like I might look back on it later like was I overreacting?
Yeah, were
Like,
you bugging when you're out of
yeah.
this situation?
But in that scenario, if it was my best friend's birthday or my
Bro.
boy's birthday, I threw him the surprise. If my shorty doesn't understand that, she has to hold it. She
Yeah,
has to
that's
hold
the
it, and we
thing.
can discuss about it later. I'm
Mhm.
not. I'm gonna go out. I'm not gonna do shit. Like when I'm gonna be there for my friend though.
Facts.
And then,
I think
but
from
but
there, definitely.
yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah. But you. I mean, you play the boyfriend role perfect.
But I will
but-
never do that again.
But you never do that again.
Yes, because I
Exactly.
understand now. I was like, and that's what I mean. I don't want to just like not shame her, but I don't want to just talk all the bad shit that was going on because we
Yeah.
were in a relationship for a reason. But it was still things like that carried on. So I was like, okay. And then when I was out of it, I was like, oh, that was, I guess, in a way toxic because that's not. Why am I counting heads in rooms to see
Yeah.
who I don't know to see? I think I said this before, where it's like, I'm like figuring out who's in the room and how many girls are there to tell her like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm here with this many girls to guys ratio and like all this
Yeah.
stuff. And initially, again, first relationship, so I was just doing everything for her peace of mind. But I was like, nah, at some point you're tweaking, and that's not a way to really. There's no trust there.
Yeah,
Like, there's
not.
really no.
Especially if
really
you've
no
never done anything wrong.
Yeah,
Like,
at that
dude,
point, it's like, well, what is all this about?
that's just
why
control. Yeah.
That's what I think from the other clip that I'm thinking about, which is on the IG. Y'all should probably seen it, but I was saying like I wasn't looking at anybody, and then now I'm looking at everybody, and then I'm like, oh, but all of them are bad. All of them look nice. Now why are you feeding this into
Yeah,
my
yeah.
mind? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
like
that's kind of where it stemmed from.
Like you're doing some counterintuitive shit right now. Like,
Yeah, it's like I'm not paying attention to anybody just because
Yeah.
I'm not, and then you're making sure that I am
yeah.
to tell you what the situation is. And
Right.
it's like, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no.
Nah, that's crazy, bro. But like I think you handled it the best to your best ability for sure. But shit, that could have been one of the greatest night you had in med school.
Maybe it was the greatest night. Maybe that's why he was so mad because everybody was fresh into the school. Like
Right.
we invited so many people came too. So shout out to everybody who showed out for the boy because we didn't really know each other, right?
Yeah.
We're all just going through the same struggle, which there's always that saying of like when you guys go through the mud, it's crazy after. But
Yeah.
it's just like at that time it would have been cool, but I didn't think too much of it.
Yeah, my FOMO was way too bad for that
I
shit.
went home and played video games, bro. I was playing like there's a new game that came out too. I was like, I'm gonna just play this shit, and I was fine with it. At the time, I was fine. I didn't resent her for it or nothing. Like
Yeah.
after that, it was what it was. But
So she wasn't in Tennessee at the time.
no,
Right.
she wasn't there.
She went. Yeah, you said she came and visited. a
She
little bit
visited
before.
like before the party and stuff, and then she had like that was when I was relating it to your phone story thing because she had seen me inviting people,
Yeah.
and I was texting this shorty. We weren't even really texting. I
Yeah.
was just
Did she
inviting her to
think
the
like you
thing.
gonna only invite guys? Was that the expectation?
That's why I'm just like, shorties, leave it in the comment. If your man's is throwing a party, I feel like this would be interesting actually to see
Yeah,
if some of you people will respond. If your fella is throwing a party and it's just a party for his best friend, they're both in relationships, they're inviting a whole slew of people. Do you expect them to have, because his guy friends are going to be there. Our guy friends were obviously there. Do you
Yeah.
expect him to invite the girls that he knows as well? That are, let's say, maybe single and pretty to be in a relationship, or do you want and expect him to just invite all dudes? I guess like
Yeah.
what is the alternative? Because I would imagine, although girls, if we were to reverse roles and my shorty was having a party for her best friend and she's bringing all her girls around, I know girls like doing like the girl things, but I'm not just talking about like a brunch or like a girl's brunch or like a guy's dinner or something like that. I'm talking about like y'all are throwing like a house party somewhere, right? House party, new job, you're in a new state, it's your girls. there's gonna be niggas there. There's gonna be
Yeah,
niggas at the party.
exactly.
Like as much as, because I know female also do the thing where it's like, oh, it's gonna be guy friends, but they're like really friends, and some of them are gay, and there's gonna be niggas at the party, bro. I
Bro.
know there's gonna be
Guys
gonna
are
be some
guys,
niggas there.
yeah.
Guys are guys. There's
Yeah.
gonna be some guys there, and it is what it is because y'all are having a house party
Mhm.
for your friend's birthday. Both of you are in relationships. Even if her man isn't there, you're gonna have your female friends that maybe want to invite and see some other niggas and have
Yeah.
like. So that's my take on it. But ladies, let us know.
Yeah.
Can we not have female entertainment?
Entertainment. I don't know, but the way you just
Female
phrased it,
entertainment is
that
crazy.
poll is gonna be no. You cannot have
Female
female
entertainment is crazy. Nah, but there's gonna be a
We're
few.
gonna have female entertainers.
Gonna be a few
Yeah.
8, 9s, and 10s in the mix for the man them that are there that are single.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it should be. I mean, that's what a good friend would do. Make sure that you
Make
have
sure that he's
good looking
taken
girls for
care
you.
of.
Yeah.
we're gonna get roasted for this, but that's my take on it.
Damn. Sounds like we need to throw a party.
Sounds like we need to throw a party. Oh
So,
man.
yeah. Maybe 100 episode of a Magma Mind party.
Magomite's party. Keep a lookout. Make sure you're following on all the pages, all the social medias. We might do one of those. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see. We keeping it loading, keeping some events under wraps. That being said, was there anything else to the question, or you want to tackle these cards?
No, let's do the cards.
Cool. Let's do the cards. If you've been here, you know what's going on. If you haven't been here, you're gonna watch a recent episode to know what's going on because we're diving straight in, my guy.
Yeah.
Business. Today, 2 cards, perceptions, reflections. I got the perceptions, and I'm gonna go first. So, first question. If you had to rename me, so I guess direct question to you. If you had to rename me, what name would suit me best? It's crazy. And then, what is the worst nickname you can think for me? To rename is crazy because
Yeah,
we're not
right.
also like we're not Americans.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
our names are.
You already have like 3 names. Yeah. But
Yeah.
why am I to rename you? See, they don't. I'm gonna get heat if I say Tyrone.
You
right?
go. You
Yeah.
go. I'm gonna
Look at that,
black and Jerome. Nigga.
Yeah.
It's just the craziest.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
That's a tough one. Like, not tough in a way that's like, oh, it requires like critical thinking. It's just tough because like you've always been fun. I mean, but you have so many. My bad.
Yeah.
You have so many names, like people. Not so many, but like you, like everyone. I feel like not everyone. Like a lot of you go by like 3,
2.
2,
Sigala
and then like the short for Sigala.
There's no short. Oh, twins call me Sigs sometimes, but like.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I have to rename you. You look like a Jordan. Like it
like
could
a
be
Jordan,
Jordan,
eh?
Jermaine.
I like my boy Michael B. Shout out to Michael B.
Jordan.
That name's always been. I like that name.
Yeah.
Jordan is cool. It's very. I will say it is kind of like sliced white bread. That shit is Jordan, nigga. But but Jordan. Shout out to Michael B. Okay. Not a bad name. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
I can't even think because I want to keep something culturally. I'm trying to think of the Vietnamese names I know now, but I don't know.
You don't know no Vietnamese
I
name.
don't know the
Man, about to throw out
Vietnamese
Ling
names.
Ping, some random
said
shit, bro.
King.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
You have to give me an American name. What would you? Which one? Like which
Okay.
one would fit me the best?
Which one fits you the best? Let me see.
Yeah. Because that's what I was going off of.
Yeah. I think. Which one fits you the best? David is not. I don't like
David.
I don't like David. David on you. Nah. That's not a good one. I gotta think about this. I really want to think about it. What would you look like?
Change up the whole identity. Whatever you say, if I ever go into witness protection, that's the name
That's what
I'm
you
using.
use. That's the name you use.
that's the name
You
I'm
ever went
using.
into witness protection?
Yeah. Or if I have an alias, that's what I'm gonna go. That's what I'm gonna use. That's gonna be my alter ego when I go out. Actually,
what was your alter ego? Sorry, Coach. What was your alter ego when you went out of Miami? Weren't you calling yourself something else in Miami when you were there?
It was I forgot now.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't. I was so tired. Like
Boy
like,
had a sleeve and everything. You gotta find that picture and put it up. Man had a whole
fake
tattoo sleeve.
Yo, the fake sleeve.
Different guy.
I want because like I didn't want to just like because lack to me when I say it to people like maybe because when I say it, it's in loud environments they just never heard the name before, so I was like always spell it. I was just so tired of it, but I thought of a new one literally last week. If I go out now, that's what I'm gonna say instead of saying lack. Just
Well, there's a new one. You gotta give it to us.
Lima, like Lima.
Lima? Okay. Lima is a cool name.
Yeah,
Lima's a cool name. Okay.
because like you know how in the military like A is like Alpha,
Yeah.
B is Bravo, Echo, L is Lima. That's what I'm gonna start saying.
Okay. That's fair. Still don't have a name for
Yeah,
you.
we can revisit or
Yeah.
just that
What's
shit.
what's the worst nickname you can give?
Worst thing I give you?
Worst nickname, yeah.
Nickname.
Yeah. Chong is already
Yeah, right.
Chong.
Chong is
Chong for you?
yeah,
Yeah.
Chong is a little. Yeah,
That's a bad nickname.
yeah, that's
Out. We're out having fun. Chong.
yo, and
Especially
I might
to
turn
call
my
it
head just because I'm like, what?
Yeah. Especially if you call it like that. Chong.
Yo, yeah.
Hey, yo, Chong.
Yo, what's cracking me up? We were gaming last night, and though I though like he died, and he said and I was like he's right when he died he said here like someone's here like shot me. I was like, bro, where's here? Ping, ping, ping. And like Leo started dying.
Ping, ping, ping.
Yeah, because like
Buddy.
it sounded, you got an Asian guy saying ping, ping, ping. But no,
Ping,
worst
ping, ping.
name. Damn. It's something. It's gotta be something related to like an activity you do.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to think of the actual name. I think
No.
I feel like a herald for an English name. For
Harold?
you. Harold, yeah.
That's funny because Harold, is the movie Harold and Kumar. That guy in there, the guy that made the two main guys is Kumar is Indian and Harold is Korean.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I guess you've never seen the movie.
Harold
Yeah,
Kumar.
It's
Oh,
very
wait. I think I've seen
yeah.
an ad for it. I've never seen the movie.
Yeah, it's like a very much like a stoner movie. It's
Mm.
kind of like a movie like you get clap and just watch because it's just so
What the
goofy.
hell?
It's just hella goofy. Fuck, I can't think of a fucking like the worst
Fair.
nickname.
Run it. Think of it, and we'll run the reflections
yeah.
card.
First, this is the reflection card, and the first question is two questions. The first question is how much freedom did you have growing up, and the second question is would you give your children more or less freedom than you had?
Wow, I like that one.
Yeah.
That one is solid. How much freedom?
I can go first since you went first for the last one.
Yep. Hit it.
How much freedom did I have growing up? I think from fetus to 10, I had a lot.
Fetus is crazy. My nigga.
Age fetus to 10, I had a lot. Just because like you know how it is in like third world country, your parents are always doing other stuff, and
Yeah.
so like it was just me and the neighborhood kids running around.
I was gonna say, and the
all
country's like
day.
safe. Funny enough,
Yeah.
it's safe.
Safe. You don't lock. We leave the front door open during the day.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, we leave the front door open
like
today.
the beats, no doors,
Yeah,
man.
neighbors coming by like yeah, like just like
Yeah, if anybody's there.
random. And I was only coming home to eat and do homework, and then I'm out either at a
Doing your
video
own thing.
cafe or like just off doing God knows what back then. I forgot. Would I give my children more or less freedom? I would give them.
It sounds like you had one that you were already gonna say.
Yeah, I did, and then I was like, I would say depending on what country I'm in, depending on where I'm living and what the environment is. Yeah, because if it's like fucking Chicago, I'm not giving them more freedom.
No freedom for
Hell
shit.
no, they're not leaving. Yeah, just because I know myself, I'm really protective. But if it's like somewhere like Vietnam, where, like the people are generally more involved with like the community, like and like everyone's like looking out for each other. Like all your neighbors on the same block, like you know what everyone does, what the profession is, like everything about them.
Yeah.
So I would if it's like that, then I would give them more freedom. But I think it's just gonna depend on my my financial situation, like how my partner feels about it, and what my kids need. I think that's gonna be important.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So it just varies.
Yeah, because I heard something. I was watching this podcast about parenting. Random. I don't want to have kids anytime soon.
Man's looking into it.
Yeah.
Man is wondering if she's about to get knocked up.
Right. No, whoa.
He said, right.
Yo.
So you're looking into parenting because you're about to be a dad.
Yo. But
then,
something the psychologist said was, if you love your kids, only wanting them to be happy is not enough. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
That makes sense.
like saying that like I just want my kids to be happy it's not enough. Like you want them to be successful. You want them to be a well-rounded person.
Mhm.
You want them to like care about society and care about themselves and like their well-being, other people's well-being. Like you
Yeah.
want them to be like a grateful like person to
Yeah.
be walking
Well
on.
equipped. You want them
Yeah.
to be well equipped with all the stuff that life has to throw.
Right. So it's just gonna depend. And like that's gonna be a perspective thing too, because like for me, like more freedom like means not being in school 8 hours a day, like all day, like how the American school system works, so
Yeah.
that parents can work all day. Like, what if my kids just need to do core curriculum and like I take them to do other shit? If I
Yeah.
had the kind of time or whatever, like the kind of parents I want to be. Like we want to be out in nature or like doing
Yeah.
like something like more sport related or training related to whatever they want. So it just depends.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. And the first question was,
Yeah. What first question was, how much freedom did you
as a
have
kid?
growing up?
Yeah, I think same. I want to say when we're in Cameroon, bro, hella freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're very free. I think we would like go to school. They'll just give us like money for transport.
Yeah.
Give us transportation money. We'll take our taxi, go
Yeah.
do all that stuff, come back. Sometimes we won't even have the transportation to come back because we ate it in school. So we're walking back and we're trekking through neighborhoods and going through all the trees and all this shit. And it's like whenever I think of those, whenever I have those memories, I'm like, this man really could have just lost his life being, bro. I'm telling you, there was one time me, Oben, Doe, like I think it was the three of us. I don't know if my sister was there. We're so small too. I think it was just the three of us. I'm just following these guys. I think my brother was leading, and then Oben was one of our other guys at that time. We're really small. And then I'm behind, and I don't know how we knew the routes and stuff to get. But we're climbing through. We're taking like all these shortcuts, and we're figuring out new ones every day. Going back home, crossing the road, climbing through some little trees and stuff. Not to sound extra bush. It's not really climbing through the trees, but like hella bushes.
Doesn't sound like monkeys.
Yeah, that just sound crazy. But hell, bushy areas. It's like, but the paths are made from people just like taking that route sometimes.
Yeah.
So you're just like marching along, but when you think about it, it's like, bro, anything could happen.
So many, animals,
anything.
kidnap,
I'm like,
anything.
Bro, nothing bit me at that time.
Yeah.
Besides the mosquitoes, but nah. So very free. We're able, like you said, you're able to like go out and do things. The community is very, because like there's just no fear for much. So I think I would say very free growing up. Coming to this country, not as free. One, it has to do with like the landscaping. Like here, what are you gonna, unless you're going outside to maybe play before dark coming back, it's like there's not much to do as a child roaming into the fucking world. Like in Oklahoma, you're not gonna walk out your door as a fucking 6-year-old kid and go to Walmart because the store is mad far. You have to drive.
That's a normal thing.
But back home, you want to go to the store and buy something as whatever age, they're sending you to go buy shit and come back with it so that they can cook and stuff like that. So definitely, I think that ties into my answer for the other one, how much freedom I'll give my kids. I don't think I will be living in Cameroon when I first have kids in an early age. I may, if I send them back there, I mean, it's not going to be my choice for them to be free. So that'll be on my parents to decide or whoever they're staying with. But I don't think they'll have much freedom because I anticipate being in this country. Right. And the freedom in this country...
It's not that free.
It's not that free, and they're taking it to another level. I don't want them to go out today and come back trying to be a boy, my guy. I don't want my little daughter to go to school and then to come back and like when she comes back from school, instead of us talking about like the countries she learned about today, the languages, what she understands from spelling, she's telling me about why she's a female. I'm like, no,
Dad, I have a new gender today.
I'm like, dog, we're not doing that. We are not having that. As a child, we're not doing that. Yeah. So not much freedom in this country. Sadly, chalk it up. Yeah. That's the price.
And I hate that school here is 8 hours a day.
Yeah, you mentioned that earlier, and man, you seem like you had something against that.
Bro, I mean, because school in Vietnam is, I know you went to boarding school, so that's all day. Yeah. So that's different.
When we were younger, we went to a day school, though.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But school in Vietnam is like 3.5, 4 hours.
Like
4 hours. Yeah.
I'm trying to think how long.
Starts at noon. If you're like a lower grade, starts at noon because
all the up in the morning.
Yeah, because grade 1 through 12 shares the same school, so it's split. Like once you go to 6th grade, you go from 7 to 12. And then like you're like 1 to 5th grade, like 1st to 5th grade, you go one like from 12 to 4, or if 4 or 5 on Mondays if you like do the whole flag thing.
Interesting.
Yeah. So like you have I feel like I felt like I had a lot of time when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, because I
That's
just go to
cool.
school like you don't unpack food because you're not there for
You're
that
not
long.
there for yeah.
Yeah, you learn stuff. You go home, and in the
rest of
morning.
the
I'm already
day.
playing. I'm already out running around with my friends. I'm like, all right,
Doing
y'all, I'll be
stuff
back in
before
like 4
school?
hours. Yeah, and then like I come home and I'm doing the
That's
same shit.
interesting.
Yeah.
No, I definitely remember waking up in the morning because I used to hate it. Mad early in the morning to go to
Bro,
school. Nah.
I was a morning kid in Vietnam, and then I moved here, and I was no longer a morning kid because morning was just like me rushing around trying to get like ready for school, rather than like me waking up
And doing all the stuff
and
you wanted to be
stuff I want to
doing.
do. Like,
Fair. We used to. I was a by force a morning person just because
Yeah,
we had to be up in the morning
Yeah.
doing all this shit. So I don't think it really changed for me, but that's interesting. Okay, so 8 hour school. Maybe that should have been your rule for last time to change school times.
bro. But then, yeah, I understand why they do it. Yeah, right. No, I'm 10 toes down on making senior citizens retake the driving test, bro. I'm 10 toes down on
I
that.
love that rule.
Yeah. No, before you can collect Social Security, get your ass to the DMV, man. One last time.
That's funny. Nah, fair enough. Let us know. Let us know if you guys had more free time as a child. Let us know what you would do with your children. Because at the end of the day, it is what you do with your children. I mean, as much as I want to advocate maybe for certain things for children, but yeah, any man raising picking, everybody has their own kid. They're doing their things that they feel they're feeding them what they've learned from their lifetime and their experience and what hopefully would make them a better person in the world. So
Yeah.
we can only hope for that. I wanted to say we're gonna take a minute for the gun shooting in Georgia that just happened.
Oh,
the
yeah.
high school. Do not raise your kids like that, please.
Yeah.
We do not need any more of those. I mean, again, that's another thing in this country where it's just like you can't be like, how free can you be? Because you're giving some people you're giving everyone freedom, and some people are taking that to do things like that. You know what I mean? And there's not many ways to stop it, or there are many ways to stop it.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to implement, I think, is the issue. And yeah, we got to do better, man. We got to do better.
I think we gotta tackle root causes of problems. They're just always trying to focus too much on what just happened. Yeah, like, I mean, because it's been happening so much. Like
so much.
Yeah, bro. So much to where like it's. I'm not. I always say this. I'm not a political person. I don't like to get into politics. But when shit like this happen, you can't help but you look to look in that direction and like focus a little bit more and see what's like and pay more attention.
Really, because you're trying to find out like what's going on, man.
Right?
Like why?
It sounds crazy when you explain to people that don't live here that like when you kids here, we have lockdown drills. You know, we have lockdown drills for like intruder drills.
Intruders
like
coming to shoot
drills.
people in the school. It's like, bro.
Yeah, and bro, and like it's. I saw this thing where, because like, you know how most school like a lot of school shootings happen by the kid, like someone that goes to that school
usually.
Yeah, someone was posting like like these kids know how the lockdown works. Like we're teaching them the shit.
We're teaching them the inside
we're training
for them to be able to be efficient in doing it. That's
Yeah.
actually mad that somebody would say that.
Yeah,
but nah.
It's crazy.
Try to keep your community safe. Do what you can. Let us know what you guys are thinking as far as giving your kids more free time. And also let us know what you think about the episode by leaving a comment. Leave a comment on the YouTube, comment on the Spotify, Apple Podcasts, 5 stars, like on the YouTube video, notification bells on all of them, so you know that when the boys are dropping, they're dropping. You know what I'm saying? And then make sure that you're heading over to the TikTok again. We have all the reels posted up there. We're gonna be dropping more content on there. IG folk, we're still with you. We're gonna be dropping reels, mostly on the reels side, but you'll be seeing us for sure. But yeah, just make sure you guys are tuned in and stay tuned for all the more glorious information and content to come. I don't want to really just say information because we're not like an informative podcast. We're here to chill, here to vibe with y'all. So give us your feedback and tell us if you like it. If you do, then we'll join you guys in the next one. Until then, Take care. Take it easy. Much love. Peace.
Peace.